Hi, I'm Bill Truscott, Pro Staff for Wildlife Addiction Outdoors. This week in Tips and Tricks, I'm going to show you how I rig my decoys so you would know better how to rig your decoys for your certain areas and your water. Here we've got a lot of deep water and some shallow shelves, but it's mainly deep. Not like your marshes or your flooded timber. We've got a lot of deep water. We got an early season youth hunt coming up this weekend, and I know that mallards, teal, wood ducks are going to be our main, but we can also shoot geese. So this week I'm getting ready for this weekend hunt. I'm getting my teal ready, which I have rigged up with short anchors. I only run about 2 to 3 foot anchors on my teal and my wood ducks because I know they're going to be in shallower water, so I don't have to tote around the extra line. And I'm also going to be taking some floater goose decoys because in the rivers that we hunt, after their geese are done feeding, they're going to be coming back to the water to drink and roost. So I always throw out some floater goose decoys. And these I'll have about 10 to 12 foot of line on to throw them out in the middle of the riverbeds. Mallards, I always put 12 to 15 foot of line on. Because like I say, we've got some pretty steep drop-offs and you need the extra line to get them out far enough away from you so you're not spooking the ducks. And then when we long line, when we go up to like Lake Superior, Lake Michigan, even out on some of these local lakes where we're anchoring out in the middle of the lake and just setting the blind up where we're doing layout hunts, I do a long line, but I do it differently. I don't use the snap swivels or clips. I just use regular fishing swivels to connect my decoys to my lines. As you can see here, I run about a 2 foot leader line, but as I found out, they're still a little bit too short. I run a retriever and my dog is still getting tangled up in my long line. Not as much, but I'm going to change these out to 3 foot leader lines to get the line down a little bit deeper so my dog won't get tangled up in them. But that's a key trick. If you're going to be using a retriever in your long lines, make sure you have a long leader line going down to your main line so your dogs won't get tangled up in them. On my anchor lines, main lines, I run a 20 foot lead anchor line that I just hook up with some swivels and brass clasps, and then I just run a regular downrigger weight. They pull easy across the bottom, so when you're pulling your decoys in, if they're out, if you're standing in water or you're pulling it from the boat, they'll drag across the bottom real easily, and most of the time they won't get tangled up. And a lot of people with their main lines, they'll put them into a barrel. They'll either decoys hooked up and just run the mother line into the barrel, or they'll unsnap every decoy and just wind their mother lines up. Me, I like the decoy bags. I use the regular 12 slot decoy bag, but I use the large. So when I'm pulling my decoys in, I'm just pulling the lines in, just like this, sliding the decoys in. It just moves right along, and everything's all connected, you don't lose anything. And then when you reach the end, you just pull the anchor line in and put it in the pouch. There's pouches on both sides, you can just slide your anchors in, and then when you go to deploy, just pull your anchor out, toss it out, and just feed them out right out to the bag. Easy, keeps them nice and neat, keeps them clean, keeps them from getting banged up. Well, that's our tip for the week. Hopefully this will help you rig up your decoys and get ready for the upcoming season. And make sure you get a youth outdoors and enjoy your weekend, and good luck.